season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Brought down at the 31.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
37-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
7-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Allen's throw is complete, and they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
4-yard line.
Allen now on 1st down, and he finds Howard complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
27-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Allen's pass. Complete to
time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Hightower able to record his 5th sack of the season. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
Boy, did they ever. And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Steelers, nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Noah Igbenogany on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line.
Jordan Hicks brought him down.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 20 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Draw play, this is Henry. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
He was brought down by Akeem Hicks. A loss in 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Steelers, nothing.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
A gain of 2.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Now Allen. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Derrick Henry. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down now. Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 8 yards there on a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep driving. It's going, and if points result. We'll call this play significant.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
At the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jordan Poyer on the
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. A 1st down carry for Barkley. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 2.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Completes it to Hardman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Allen going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. And again, it's Allen. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
On the throwaway.
Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Rosas' kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 24.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing again on second down. Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Allen. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
For number 82.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Derrick Henry. Incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So we've reached the intermission, and we now proceed to the start of the second half.
13. Steelers, nothing.
The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Again, it's Henry.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
45-yard line.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. For the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
33-yard line.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 25-yard line.
To the air, Allen. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Monogamy on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Steelers ready for their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
The first down pass.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nico Hardman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 33. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Barkley on the
looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21.
One hallmark of good defenses basics, understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Rosas lining up for the extra point.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First down, Steelers.
Check. Watch 54. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
Back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football.
The pass. Fumble on the play.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups.
And less than a yard.
Rosa's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
41.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coach is always talking about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
And the Steeler 1st down.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And now here is another interception. He's picked off in his own 46. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 10-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And they take a knee. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.